Hey, Nylea. I hope I pronounced your name right. You were the first one into the live. You're the first one into the live. We're gonna get the likes up to 200. Run it up. And I want to give a shout out to all the people who hit the like button before we started the live. That is just much better to do that so it doesn't interfere in the live. Now I scheduled the live to go out, I want to say about 8:30. However, there was a change of plans. There was a handyman service that I use to do things around the house. And he wasn't calling me to let me know that he wasn't coming today because his schedule was kind of tied up. But I looked at it like this: it's Friday and I've been pushing back him coming out because I had a delivery that was delayed. He had to put something together for me for the living room, and he was supposed to come yesterday, and then he was supposed to come the day before, but I kept calling him, pushing it back because the shipment didn't come. So I don't blame him. It's Friday. He probably wants to chill. So he'll be here tomorrow. So I did an earlier live, but I also promised that I would go live today at 7. Friday. And I said I was gonna probably make a later live, but now that I can go early, I just rescheduled it for 7 o'clock. So that's why we're here. Happy Friday to everybody. And again, we got to run the likes up. Shamar popped up, and I honestly, if I would have knew Shamar was coming on, I would have purposely told him to either come back, or I would have, just, wouldn't have asked him any questions that you guys may have wanted me to ask until those likes got up. So you guys got lucky earlier, and the likes were not ran up to the 200 because Shamar popped into the chat. It was unexpected. I was just talking about, pattern of behavior with Shamar and how he does that from time to time when he knows I'm on his behind about something that I'm talking to him about on the back end. He'll try to avoid it, and then eventually he'll pop up in the chat. And he came in the live earlier, and we had a conversation, and I'm quite sure the people in the bushes, the ones that don't support the channel, the ones that don't hit the like button, they were probably happy because they're like, now we ain't got to hit the like button because whatever she's trying to share, well, at least we got Shamar and Live in Color up on her live. So we got enough of a dose of information. But yeah, the live show will not start until we get the likes up to 200. So if it takes the whole hour for it to get there, then if I'm still not wanting to stay on after the hour, then you just don't get the live show. That's all. Fair. I think that's fair enough. And you actually still didn't get the live show because, like I said, again, that was not planned for him to come up on the platform or even pop up in the chat. So, the longer it takes for those 200 likes to get up, the longer it takes for the live show. So anyways, I want to thank my supporters, my mods who come in here every day and hold me down. Hello, Bonita. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Latina. Let me make sure I get everybody as I'm running my mouth. A day in the life of Targeted. Antonio, how are you? Hey, Ryan. This is Miss Dee Dee. How are you, sweetie? Make sure y'all are all hitting the like button. It all adds up. And, we can get this party started. Yeah, they definitely got to run it up. If they don't, like I said, I'm not going to worry about it. Sometimes if I'm staying on more than an hour and it takes, like, say, an hour for the likes to get to where they need to be, I don't care then. But if I'm staying on only an hour, then they just play this off because I'm getting off in that hour. So, you can play around with this or you could do the right thing and just hit the like button, because going forward, when I do a live, it's a mandatory 200 likes before we start the show, because I'm starting to do a show really, because I'm doing live commentary and everything, showing you guys stuff, talking about stuff, You know what I'm saying? And stuff that I'm discovering that maybe is not being addressed in the community. I'm bringing that up, and I'm not going to be wearing myself thin trying to get out this content, taking time out of my day, to interact with people. It can be really draining to sit up on a live for an hour and nobody's volunteering to come up on the platform to even conversate, which I don't mind people not wanting to come up on a platform to conversate, because sometimes we can get really comfortable and get the cussing, and we all know we can't have cussing on this platform. So I'd rather just take over the wheel and just talk and acknowledge that I'm looking at all the in his place for a long time. Negro, it's only been a year. You can tell he ain't used to nothing. Yeah. And talking about place, we were talking about that yesterday about him having a place. September is right around the corner. So I hope that all the time and energy that he's focusing in on the wrong stuff, because the circle he's basically hanging around is not for Shamar at all. I'm quite sure he's telling, just like he's telling the public, that September his lease is up and he's gonna move. They're allegedly saying, talking about apartment and him being in there only a year, they're allegedly saying that he has to move. And I wish that he came back up here right now, because I would ask him. But they don't want him in the complex. After September, when the lease is up, they're asking him to move. This is what allegedly is being said, but I haven't seen or done any due diligence on the back end. But you have to understand that when you report on this sort of content, and this is what you do primarily, you don't really do content on Christian Rock or on this person or that person. Sometimes people reach out to you that know these entities, in real life, and they give you information that, they tell you, don't say my name, you know what I'm saying? But that's what it is. But and that's how some people are getting information and repeating it. And sometimes the information they're saying could be true, but sometimes it's just best to fall back and see what plays out. I hope that that's not the case, that rent office doesn't want him to be living in that complex anymore. I hope that he's able to renew the lease, because I know for a fact that if they're gonna renew his lease, I know Shamar's not going nowhere, because he knows that it takes a lot of time and effort to find a new place to move. It costs money. So sometimes I think Shamar be saying things just to hear himself talk, and that's okay. You got to sometimes fake it till you make it. Says, what's good, gang? Hey, Ryan. Hey, Toby Warner, how you doing, sweetie? That wig and body for sure, Mama. You're great. Thank you. You said Shamar keeps calling Tommy to fight, but he knows he's going to call the police. Oh yeah, that's a setup. You all know that. That's a straight setup. Don't believe the hype. That's all I'm gonna tell you with that one. Don't believe the hype. If Tommy was to get triggered, I guess we're getting to the likes faster than I expected. Hopefully we get to the likes so we can start the show. Get to them, because the likes sure enough was coming in real slow the last live. Happy Friday to everyone. Happy Friday. What is it? 𝗪𝗔𝗧 George. How are you, sweetie? It says, what's good, Toby Frederic? Well, I hope Shamar gets it together. I hope so he does too. So while we're waiting for these likes to get up, there are some things I'm going to discuss, and then we'll start the show whenever the likes get to where they're supposed to be. But really good. Talks about some got like things going on. You know what I'm saying? He just got paid 2 checks for I guess a reality show that he was on. It's gonna air soon, you know, and to be honest with you, I be in the bushes all the time in Tommy's lives. And he may have talked about it, but you know, I'm over here usually working my set. And, you know, he's doing big things. He's, you know, on YouTube doing his big one. Everyone's hating on him in his circle, you know, the circle that where they were all once friends years ago. And now they're all fighting each other. And it's all because of the love of money. And, you know, he's just doing good for himself. You know what I'm saying? It's just funny how the tables turn. Hey, Frederica, his mental stress and body. Says much love, y'all liked and loaded. You said, oh, thank you, Tenacia. Thank you, sweetie. Hey, Manifest. Guess he will beg someone to help to renew the lease if he. Well, I hope that that's just a rumor, because you know he just needs to stay in that apartment. You know, we all know how stressful moving is. We all know how hard it is to find somewhere to move. You know what I'm saying? And there's different criterias at different housing places, you know, in order to get the place. And then you got 20 or 30 people like trying to see the same apartment, and only one person's going to get picked. So I think that it's just really suitable for him to stay, just renew that lease over there and stay there. But I really believe that if he does have to move, I hope that there is somebody solid that knows what they're doing that can help assist him with that, so he does not end up having to sleep on somebody's couch or worse than that. You know what I'm saying? So I just really hope that he really knows what he's doing. You know, but you know, you gotta keep faith in people. Run up the likes. Let's get them to 200 so we can start the show. I'm quite sure the 81 people that are in here, not even 40%, I mean 50% of you have hit the like button. We're playing the gatekeeping of the likes down. It says Mari can't be trusted. He messed with mustard teeth. Who's Mari? Really, Manifest, shake my head. I couldn't see a bunch of reasons why. Says, what's good, Manifest? I'm sitting here reading all this stuff, making sure I'm not ignoring or skipping anybody. Yeah, but yeah, Tommy needs to just stay in his own lane. Don't let nobody trigger him. Like he said, if he's gonna fight somebody, you're gonna pay him. You know, and Tommy got 2 checks to get into a fight on a reality show. You know, so smart. Hey, Wendelina, how you doing, sis? Let's run the likes up so we can start the live show. Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest with you. When Shamar came in here earlier today, I'm still kind of confused to why he got arrested. So he basically was saying, when I was asking him the question, what's up with the dude that you so-called, you know, was flirting with or whatever you're doing, twerking for, and he basically was trying to tie that into why they apprehended him, the police. They thought that he was somebody in the train station that was doing the twerking and flirting with the guy. And to me, that didn't make any sense, because he's making it seem like it was a past tense situation, and he happened to be in the station, and they thought that he was that guy, and they held him until they checked everything out, and you know his name was cleared, and then they let him go. You know, took the handcuffs off him, and he went home. So I don't know. I honestly don't know what to say, guys. That's all I'm gonna tell you. You know, like I said, whatever happens in the dark always comes to the light. I think that Tasha K sort of has been treading lightly with her information after Cardi B sued her. So if it just had came from Messy Doll, I wouldn't even have ran with the whole, you know, the whole conversation or the whole message. But you know, Tasha K had a bunch of stuff to say. You know, not that she's credible either, but if I had to listen and something be believable, I would go through Tasha K and what she has to say about, you know, the situation with Shamar getting arrested at the train station. Anytime over Messy Doll. It says Mar. I do not like Shamar at all. Antonio said. LaShawn's not helping Shamar with his fake. Yep, he ain't at all, Nicole. You're right about that. That is for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's get him up. We're almost close to 100, so let's get him up, run him up, so we can start the show. With all the wrong he has been doing, he's caused too much issues. Yeah, he has. You're right. Shamar was BS, and he has a special look to him. Ryan, you know you're bad. You know you ain't doing right. Shamar is embarrassed, and he telling a tale. Can't nobody mistake him, please. Yeah, okay, whatever. Well, you know, that's what I've been saying too. I think that he's embarrassed. So if Tasha K and Messy Doll didn't expose what they heard the latest of why he got arrested, I don't think that he would ever share what happened and why he got arrested, because it probably is truth that he was, you know, harassing that guy that he thought was a cutie, and he was doing all kind of food stuff because he's probably under the influence. Hey, Coco. But like I said, I had him up here. I tried to ask him inside of the story, and I'm still itching my head. Mari body is pitch. I'm sure they know who Shamar is at that train. Of course they do. Queen Scorpio. Of course. Welcome to the 91 people that are in the like. Let's run them up. Let's run the likes up, please, so we can start the show, the live show. Run them up as quick as you can. As quick as you can. There you go. What happened now? Hold on. I'm going to give you the link. Make sure y'all keep running the likes up. I'm going to let Shamar come up. But if the likes start slowing down, then I'm just going to talk to Shamar on the back end, because I'm asking you to hit the like button. This is what happened the last time Shamar came into the live earlier today. And, you know, people just figured, oh, when Shamar's in the live, we don't got to hit the like button. I will shut down this conversation between me and Shamar if you do not continue to hit the like button. So if I see that the likes are not getting anywhere, I'm going to just say, Shamar, we're going to talk on the back end, and then I put the link inside of the chat, Shamar. So let me see where them likes are at. Yeah, so when Shamar gets up on the platform, it is 7:21. So at 7:41 in 20 minutes, if the likes are still at 62, then I'm going to cut the conversation with Shamar. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just, I mean, I still have a live show that I'm gonna do separately, but nothing's gonna happen until we get to them 200 likes. So in 20 minutes, if those likes are not at 100, it's gonna be shut down for sure. It says Mara. Hello, Miss Davis. Hey, love Erica. How you doing, sweetie? You want to suck up the information, but you don't want to support and just like or hit the like button. You rather be paymasters, where you're paying channel holders money. You're supporting them on super chat, stickers, and all this crap, which equals up to money, and they're demanding you to hit the like button, and you're doing all of that. You know, we're not going to do that. So remember, at 6:41, if the likes are not up, and they're still in the 60s, I'm definitely shutting it down as far as any conversation with Shamar on his platform. I don't know where he's at. I just put the link inside of the chat, so I don't know if he left or what's going on with him. All right, where was I at? I lost my place. Here we go. Shamar better tread lightly. And another thing, people need to stop taking their kids to see him. He is nothing to look up to. It says, hey, Wendelina. All right, it says, you said, help us out, Bushwatchers. Yeah, these people are just diabolical. It's a 70 SL. Okay, yeah, they, like I said, at 6:41, if they don't get them likes up, if Shamar's coming up, I'm gonna end the conversation. They really, oh, thank you, Big Red, new member, YouTube member. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you for the support. You know, you don't have to do that. You know, we're not paymasters over here. You know, we're not paymasters over here. Yeah, but like I said, at 6:41, I'm gonna definitely, if he does come up, I don't know. Did I know I put the link, so I'm not even gonna sit there and say I didn't. But I put the link inside of there because he just came into the chat. I don't know where he's at now, but earlier something happened to Shamar's phone. So that is why Mari should be. Why do you keep saying Mari? It's Shamar. Should be a envelope liquor with that 𝗪𝗛𝗧𝗖𝗛 mouth buildup. Oh, you are bad. I rejoined. Okay, had to change all my bank stuff back in the game. Thank you, Big Red. Thank you, sweetie. No, I just got here. Okay. Had he went home, this would not be. If had he answered me 2 or 3 days prior, he would have made a better decision. And he wouldn't have been in the situation that he's in right now. And I was telling you guys this on live. Every time Shamar does that, when I'm asking him about things that I start to feel like isn't right, and I'll reach out to him because I have like a motherly instinct. Like when he doesn't want to answer questions because he's probably, you know, like doing his thing. But what he's doing that's doing his thing is getting him in a lot of trouble. You know what I'm saying? And sure enough, then we hear that he's in handcuffs. So just to remind you guys, 6:41, shutting it down. Shout out to those in the bushes. All right, so let me see. Yeah, likes are free, but we're dealing with Black folks. Hey, Miss Latina. So I want to make sure all my support is you know, it's very important for me that you guys hit the like button, even if they're being ignorant. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you guys to stress yourself out either, reminding people who know clearly that I'm telling that we're not starting the show until we get to 200 likes. I don't want you guys to keep stressing yourself out trying to remind knuckleheads to do that, because I want you to also enjoy the conversation, at least that we're having, and not be stressing yourself out, because you can't change nobody. People are gonna be jerks, idiots, gatekeepers of like buttons. They're gonna do it either way. So don't even stress yourself. I appreciate everybody trying to get me to get those likes up, but like I said again, we have the enslaved folks. You know, the ones that don't hit the like button, they rather go over to Alvo's channel, pay him as a paymaster, and you know, then they give him the red carpet. And then when they don't got money or don't feel like supporting him financially, he's cussing them out. So that's the kind of treatment Some people like, if it's not rough, it ain't right. It's the enslaved mentality. It's not 24 more likes to go. It's in order to start the live, Toby Warner, going forward, it's 200 likes, and then the show will start. Nah, it's not no 24 to go, and they know that. That's why I said, come on now. The longer y'all take, the longer we will wait. Hey, Deirdre. No, it's not. It's not 100 likes. It's 200 likes. Yesterday when we went live, I said 150, and then last night I decided that we're gonna do it at 200 before we start the lives. Y'all, Shamar's alone. I can't imagine how he feels, bruh. You got to stay focused and choose your battle. Yep. That's what I always say. You gotta know how to choose your battles. You really do. You know, and a lot of people know that he's alone. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people know he's alone. They're taking advantage of that. And, you know, it's just a real messed up situation. Hardhead, it says hardhead and rude. Yeah. She's bad, black folks. 82, come on, y'all. Yeah, exactly. So don't stop. Get the 100 out of your head. Like I said, to start the live going forward is 200 likes, and then the show will begin. So it's not 100. It said yes, and Alvo is a real jerk. And yeah, I haven't been even reporting on him lately. I haven't even been reporting on him at all and stuff. I'm kind of glad when, you know, when new content arrives, you know, it's unfortunate, you know, it's this kind of content. Nobody wants to really do content of that. Shamar is hanging with the wrong people and getting arrested. But, you know, taking a break from Alvo and reporting on what he's doing is like a breath of fresh air for me, because he thinks that he's bigger than the program. You know what I'm saying? He's not. She ain't asking for $200. Come exactly. Right, Diane. Well, they acting like I'm asking for $200. I'm asking for something free. That's why I told you, you guys gonna hear me say that forever when I'm on this channel. Until God calls me home. I'm telling you, I do not like having a black audience. Every time I do content, something new, I always be like, I hope when next content I do, or this whatever content I'm doing. Hey, Ronald, thank you, Everett. I hope that, you know, it's a mix, diverse, you know, Asians, blacks, whites, Spanish, all like diverse mixture of people. Because if it is, then you have a great audience. You got your own kind. Shoot, they'll work, man. Black folks with black folks, they're like Donald Trump. You know how Donald Trump don't care about blacks, and that's how blacks are with their own race. Child, I'm trying to tell you, these black folks, I don't know. Man, please come on with the likes. And like I keep telling you, my supporters, don't stress yourself over asking these people what I asked them to do. Just enjoy the ride. We're here kicking it. Y'all are here. My mods are here to support me either way, whether or not the live show starts, because we don't get to the 200 mark. It doesn't make a difference. Long as y'all are in here to make sure no trolls come in here and be disrespectful in the chat, don't worry about it. Don't stress yourself. Got it. I was trying to get it up yesterday. You are correct. They did good yesterday. Come on. Yeah, they did good. And then I said to myself, I don't want to lowball myself. So I said, I'm just going to do 200 and keep it like that. I'm not gonna get like, you know, extra with it, like go to 200 and then next thing you know 500. No, I'm not gonna do none of that. But I said, nah, you know, you should at least put it to expecting them to you know, 200 likes and then you start your show. So that's why it's there now. So yeah, I'm not gonna go up on it, but yeah, we got to start the show at 200. And so, and I apologize, but I'm pinning it everywhere, so you know, eventually you would have saw it. So it's 7:41, guys. You're almost at 100. So I don't know what happened to Shamar. I don't know if maybe he got sidetracked. I don't know if maybe he just didn't want to hear what I may have had to say. I'm quite sure he read the title. Tommy's making money moves. No, that's I changed that on the StreamYard. This is the title name, the new title name. It says Tommy goes in on Shamar and drags him for filth, which he did. And then the thumbnail says Tommythegossip is making money moves. What's up with Shamar? So, because he definitely showed a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, that he was doing big things, you know, in the future. And he's not only talking about it, Tommythegossip is being about it. Now, Shamar said when he was in the live earlier today, he said that he was going to do a performance with Fendi. So I just hope that works out. But like I said, again, those are probably, you know, like a few appearances that he's going to do with Fendi, because he's supposed to be on the road traveling with Fendi. That don't sound like traveling on the road. You know what I'm saying? So all we can do is sit back and wait and see what's going to happen. There's only 99 people watching. Do the again, another person reading the numbers. There's 99 people in here. Do the math. Those 99 people are not the same people. People come in the chat and they leave. If everyone, you do the math, if everyone that came in here left a like or a dislike, everyone who peeked in here, even if it was for a second, we would have already been at 200. There's 105 people in here. If 50% of that 105 right now was to hit the like button, we would be close to 200. It ain't no do the math. If everyone that came in here either hit the like or the dislike button, we would have already been to 200. So stop looking at that watch number. That watch number goes, they're not the same people watching the whole time that we're live. People come in and they go up. The numbers will go down and they'll go up. Okay? Stop trying to clock what's going on my channel and telling me basically subliminally how to do what I'm doing. You don't say nothing when Tommy does it. You don't say nothing when Alvo does it. You don't even say nothing when Shamar does it. He's not even monetized. So don't question me and me doing the math about anything. Because this is what I'm doing going forward. And if you don't like it, that's too bad. This is what we're doing over here starting yesterday. I'm not wearing myself out thin, draining my energy, trying to give out content, and I don't ask for any money. I ask you guys to keep your money in your pocket. I only ask for a like or dislike, and if you don't want to do it within that hour, I'm getting off. That's it. I don't care. You get me there, you don't. You can go over to Alvo's. Half you people say you can't stand Alvo, but yet and still you run them up. It's fake. It's fake. Yes, for sure. The numbers don't lie. You don't like Alvo, but you're over there hitting this like button, giving him 300 and 400 likes. But he's so boring. It's fake. I'm telling you, black folks are worse than the Caucasians. We talk about them. Imagine how they look at us because of how we treat each other. It's an embarrassment to our race. It is. We don't stick together. And you know, people are just so bitter. Instead of getting up on here and trying to get your own channels and try to work your set and do content, you know what I'm saying? It takes hard work. You'd rather be pouting and jealous because you don't want to see somebody doing good. And it's sad. It's really sad. And you would be embarrassed as an individual if there was ways for people to internally know how you were really feeling. Jealousy and envy. You would probably change your ways because you'd be so embarrassed knowing that people know that you're a jealous individual. And jealous for no reason. You should be happy when you see somebody not standing on the corner selling drugs. And if I was on the corner selling drugs, you'd be complaining about that too. So you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. It's like you want the information, but you don't want to do something is free as liking the video. So you got mental problems. Half of you do. Yes, for sure. May need to be stopped at this time. This says, "Ain't That Choice Your Battle Song" by Kenny Roger and Wyclef. Hardhead makes us off behind. Hey, Latina. I'm glad he's extremely boring. He ain't, you know what, Toby? Alvo ain't all that boring because, like I said, as boring as he is, and as much as people claim they don't like him, they will run that boy up. Don't believe the hype, Toby. I believe you don't like him, and I believe a lot of my supporters don't care too much for him. But trust me, there's a lot of people trying to run with the bandwagon of they don't like Alvo, but you can't tell in the numbers though. He getting some good numbers for somebody not liked. For a person not liked, he's getting some good numbers over there. Yep, he's getting some good numbers over there. So at 7:41, pretty much we got about 40 something likes on this live in 20 minutes. So I know for a fact, so anyone saying do the math, it is very much so possible to get to 200 likes because we got to over 40 likes in 20 minutes, less than 20 minutes, because that 7:41 will make 20 minutes. So like I said, again, it has nothing to do with look at the numbers of who's watching you right now. Them numbers don't mean anything. By the time this live is over and they tally up how many people watch my live, it's not going to say 107 people. It could be 500 or 600 people that came through this live. And if everyone that came through this live left a like or a dislike, because everyone ain't got to like my video, we would already been at the 200 mark. I've been doing this for years. Don't tell me how to do my job. Thank you. Alvo thinks you need him. Please, I don't know. Alvo don't think I need him. Alvo's in a pipe dream. He don't think I need him. I ain't even been doing no content on Alvo for a couple of days since all this stuff popped off with Shamar. Like I said, I use him for content, Alvo. And when Shamar is on the scene and things are going on, I report on that. I ain't thinking about no Alvo. Shamar just annoys me, and he's talking a lot of nonsense and don't know when he's talking, what he's talking about. Well, I was hoping he came back on here so we could just finish up with all of what he was saying, but he popped in. I don't know what's going on with him. He might be smoking the ooey. You know what I'm saying? What's the sense of popping in, asking what's going on? I hit the like button. Thank you, Barbie. And you know what I'm saying? And you're sitting up there, not you know what I'm saying, gonna come back up on the platform and finish what you started. Because I definitely want to hear his side of the story. I mean, even though it sounds a little bit wishy-washy. Hey, Maredo. So I don't know what happened to him. But I know he was just in here, so I don't know what happened to him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he got a call to go hang out with LaShawn so LaShawn can get some content out of him. I don't know. He needs to stay far away from LaShawn, if you ask me. But like you all know, a hard head makes a soft behind. So in 15 minutes, if we're not at 200 likes, matter of fact, what time did I get on here? In 20 minutes, if we're not at 200 likes, I'm getting off. So that'll be at 8:05. 8:05. If I'm not at 200 likes, I'm getting off. That's just the bottom line. Says Miss Latina Jordan, hope you have a beautiful Friday. Happy Friday to everybody. I know a lot of people are probably shocked that I'm even on here, because a lot of times when I say I'm gonna go live on Fridays, I normally don't. You know, I was just thinking too, I honestly hope that Shamar didn't get charged with what he was doing in the train station, because Atlanta, Georgia is no joke. When they prosecute, it's like I keep telling y'all about Nature Boy. I can't believe they gave Nature Boy 30 years plus another 10 for all those allegations, and half them allegations against him are not even true. I've been following Nature Boy since what, 2019. This is just why Black folks are the way they are. No need to down your own race, but whatever. Oh boy, here we go with this. Now I'm down to my own race because I'm telling them about themselves. Sometimes people got to be reminded how ignorant they are. And sometimes people got to be reminded how ignorant they are, because sometimes people don't know that they're being ignorant because they're so used to being ignorant that it's the norm to them. And that's what you're not understanding. And you're probably someone that didn't hit the like button yourself and came out the bushes just to say that, but was in the bushes prior to putting that in the comment section with your tongue up to the window and didn't hit the like button. You just probably let me know you're one of the people that don't hit the like button. Duh. Okay, you're talking about Black folks are Africans. Oh, please. Shamar must be performing again tomorrow with, yeah, he is. He was saying that when he was on the live earlier, that he's going to be doing a show with her. And then I said, oh, so you're going to be, gone for, he said, nah, he's just going to do the show and coming back, I guess the same day. Yep. So she's not taking him on tour. Like I told you before, she wants to do it, but she don't want to take the risk. And then if he meets somebody like he met Alvo, that's going to be a tag along. You know what I'm saying? She said it all in the interview. She was actually, I was surprised how, how open she was about like stuff that she could have just kept to herself. She never knows if Shamar could run across that interview and get offended by it, but she was keeping it real. She feels like, Shamar's the liability, but it's still nice that she's still going to do shows with him. He got a show with her tomorrow, but he's not going on tour with her like everyone kept saying. And I don't know where that information came from, because I purposely let you guys listen to her interview so you could hear her position with Shamar. And it was no at that time. It was this year, but at that time there was no plans for Shamar going on tours. I don't know where people was getting that information from, but I was just like, okay, because you try to tell people the right thing, and they be listening, just listening to what they want to hear. So I don't, if you feel that, Shamar's going to be going on tour with Fenty, okay. But time will tell you. You'll be able to sit back and say, yeah, That was true. He wasn't going to be going on tour with Fenty. Fenty would love for Shamar to go on tour. It's not Fendi that don't want him going on tour. It's her management, people that are paying her. She's not trying to mess up her bag because they're flat out saying no. She was trying to create a system where she would be managing and dealing with Shamar and trying to keep him, you know, cool, calm, and collective. But that you can't. How are you gonna be able to live a productive life on the road, handle your own business, and then be babysitting a grown man? Yeah, you know that can make you sick. At least she's still hanging in there with him. She's getting him a coin, not LaShawn, not Messy Dog. Well, I agree with that, Nicole. Shamar is headstrong and stubborn. Those kind of folks are always there, on down. Yep. It says now, Courtney, I just said that again. You're looking at the people that are watching the live. By the time this live's over and I look at my analytics, it's probably about 500 or 600 people that have came and left the live. Stop looking at the watch. Who's watching now? You see 102 watching. That's not the same 102 that's been watching for 46 minutes. Stop confusing yourself, guys, please. Don't try to figure it out if you don't know. I know. I've been doing YouTube for a long time. Trust me, I'm not Alvo. I'm not going to steer you wrong. Okay? So for an example, giving you an example, there's 125 likes. There's 101 people in here. That is, those 125 likes are not from the 100 people that are in here. They're not all from the 100 people that are in here. People look for a little while. For as long as they're going to stay on the live, they drop off. They're not the same people the whole live that I'm doing, which is 47 minutes. They're not the same people. That number are not the same people, you know, watching at, you know, at one time. Let me see. And I'm gonna end up removing you, not Courtney, but you, because you're like a fire starter. You know, because you're just out of line, really. Chosen blended. You're in here. You're in my business and what I'm doing up here on my channel. But don't say nothing when, like I said, when Tommythegossip and all them, I'm demand 400, 500, 600 likes. I'm asking for 2 and not asking for no money. And you got your mouth open. You gonna leave out of here. Because one thing I don't like is people that plant seeds. I don't play that. Talking about right. I don't play that. If you want the information or whatever I'm trying to present, get the likes up. Period. Point blank. You got a problem with it? That's too bad. Shoot, Tommy goes into another room and stay gone for 20 minutes on people until them lights get up and you sitting over here complaining. Please, where's that person at so I can get him out of here? I don't like that energy. Don't question me about what I'm doing. Please don't question me about what I'm doing. Thank you. You said, I know Shamar needs to stay out of that area that he always goes to. That's where he used to hang. Yeah, when he was homeless. If you see him in the garbage, you gonna know it's Toby. No, you didn't just say that. Oh my God. Come on, man. I'm trying to get a scoop. You said, come on, man. I'm on break and trying to get a scoop. Well, you need to talk to the people. It says, so far, Juma has been beautiful, one day at a time for me. I've been weak and Hollow sense, my heart passed away. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I remember you did have a pass, and still I stand. Love you. Love you too, Miss Latina. Stay strong, baby girl. SL Davis platform. She has the right to do what she likes. Hit the like button. Exactly. I'm asking for something to be done on my channel. If it's not done, it was done the other day. And at first I didn't have all those people in here. And we got them to 150. So hey. Now because people just just suck up information. Right, exactly. Nah, people just suck up information and run off and won't support the live. Exactly. So I don't understand how people, and there's only a couple of people in. I'm not saying like the whole chat, but for you not to understand that is diabolical. But what it is they're only thinking about their own fix. Oh, I want my fix. You know what I'm saying? I know you want 200 likes, but I want that fix. I don't care what you want. I want what I need for my channel. I feel like if you focus on your chat will run better. I am focusing on. I feel like you need to be removed out of here because I'm not going to let somebody that probably can't even run a YouTube channel tell me what I should be doing. Really. Really, it's starting to get weird now. And these are people that I don't even normally see in the chat. So I don't even feel bad that I'm actually saying something to these people because it's like, where did you come from? Obviously, it's from the bushes, and they're triggered because they're like, this bee really caught on to what we were doing, and you don't like it. You caught on to that. I know that you come in here and suck up information with no plans on supporting the channel by hitting the like button, and you're not liking it. You're like, listen here, you dumb black bee. Just give me the information so that I can suck it up, not hit the like or the dislike, and get the hell out of here. It's not happening no more. It's not. So don't tell me. And put a Y in the chat if what Cash said didn't make any sense. Every time I go live, don't I always try to read every single comment so you guys can acknowledge that I heard what you said? I even pin it, just like I pin Cash comment. She only asks for us to hit the like button. Right. That's it. I don't ask for you to be paymasters. And I know some of y'all are being paymasters in these content creators' channels. And you're going out your way hitting the like button. Doing it for attention. Me. I did this for you. I gave you money. I did a super sticker. I did a super chat. You're backwards. It doesn't cost no money. And you got channel holders making you paymasters and demanding you hit the like button. Not demanding you to hit nothing. Because when I'm ready to get off, I'm getting off. Simple as that. And if you don't like it, that's too bad. Learn how to come in here. Either hit the like button before you come on the live or hit it after or when you get in here. Everything you're saying is the honest to God truth. We need to learn how to love each other. We could be powerful. We could be a powerful race. Exactly. At the end of the day, the only information we need is from the Lord. Okay, thank you for that. She only asks that for, you said she only asks that for a donation. Right, I asked for a like button for a donation, exactly, and that's free. Shamar is straight tweaking out. He needs to chillax. I haven't heard that one in a while. It's real time. Shamar and Alvo's voice gets on my last nerve. That it says she's a lovely lady. Thank you guys, everybody that's understanding that I am going ham on people that are trying to tell me how to work my set on my channel. I love Tommythegossip, such a sweetheart. I love him too, Diane. I can't stand Alvo's. I can't stand him neither. I can't stand him neither. And you notice I ain't been reporting on him Since all this mess with Shamar, I'm trying to get Shamar to tell the truth to shame the devil, honey. Shamar said, I ain't telling not even the Ghostbusters why I got arrested. He said, I ain't saying nothing. But we already know what time it is with that situation. Right, exactly, Ryan. And the views came in just like they're coming in right now. That's why I'm trying to explain to people. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm trying to give them the game. You see 122 people in here now, but they're not the same 122 people that been in here since the live started 55 minutes ago. That's what I'm trying to make people understand. Now, if you know what I'm saying, if the first batch 100, the first 5 or 10 minutes, at least 50% hit the like button, would be at 50, would be at 50 likes. And then the next batch 10 minutes later of 100 people came in and hit at least half that bunch, hit the like button, at least 50% would be at 100. That's 20 minutes. Okay, I'm just saying, you know, on the slow end, if it's coming in slow. And then the next batch of 100 people that are watching at the next 10-minute mark, that's 30 minutes altogether. Another half of half of that 100, another 50, that's 150. That's 30 minutes. Okay? And let's say now the 40-minute mark, you know, the next 10-minute batch of people, of 100 people that come in here and watch. Half of those, that 100, that's 200 likes. Not even 50% of every 10 minutes of a batch of 100 people are hitting that like button. And I hope you understand that, but you'll get somebody that's going to still have something to say because they want attention. It's his mental illness not to be enabled. You feel what I'm saying, Wendelina? And you know this ain't me at all. I used to be like, come on, guys, hit that. I said, I'm not doing that no more. I said, I ain't starting no show until them likes get up to a certain number. I'm doing like everybody else is doing now. And I'm not no follower. What everybody else is doing is smart. I was wearing myself thin. I always watch a mixture of content. It is crazy work, Big Red. You already know. Can't speak on everybody. It also is crazy work, Big Red. Hey, sis, you still in here? Some of these people that got so much to say about me doing this new rule of you got to run me up to 200 likes before we start the show. I don't even know where they came from. They had to have came from the bushes. I must have triggered them with this new rule of you're going to run me up to the 200 likes and then we'll start the live show. And they're mad. So they could, well, I'm going to come out these bushes and I'm going to tell her how I feel. I don't care how you feel. How about that? Keep your feelings to yourself. I don't care how you feel. Shoot, do you feel any kind of way when Tommy cusses you out? I be cracking up. People be running them like, he be like, run my likes up. He be saying that, he be meaning that. That's why I say I like Tommy. Tommy makes me laugh. And it's also funny because he's literally telling grown folks that he physically can't take their finger and hit the like button. Hit the like button. Even Shamar be working this set talking about hit the like button. He ain't even monetized and got a bunch of dummies hitting the like button. What are you hitting the like button for him? He's not even monetized. That's a waste of time. Shamar ain't gonna never be monetized. Crazy work for sure, Wendell. You feel what I'm saying? I'm literally having people coming out the bushes. And Chosen One Blessed, you were in the bushes. I never used to see you. But now that I changed the rule, now you want to have a voice. You mad? Ooh, you big mad. You liked it better when I was doing it the stupid way, not demanding someone to hit the like or the dislike before I started the show. You're one of them people that you were in the bushes and you were one of the people I was asking to hit the like button, but you're in the bushes just looking at me. You're not going to hit the like button. You just want to suck up the information and keep it moving. because I've never seen you. I know for a fact you be in them bushes because I've never seen you. And now you're losing your mind because you can't believe that I'm not playing by those rules anymore. So you got a problem with it. And that's too bad. Because that's what is going to happen going forward. And if you don't like it, that's too bad. And for the 142 likes that I do have, thank you. And again, stop saying do the math. It was one person in here, respectfully. Stop saying do the math because I got 142 likes, but there's not 142 people in here. Put a Y in the chat if you get what I'm just saying to you guys. How did I get 142 likes if there's only 112 people or 114 people in here? That's because people drop, new people come onto the live, either they like or dislike. That's how that number got to that. It's not because from the beginning of the live, they're the same people watching the whole entire live. No, people drop, people come back, come on. Some people drop and come back. But the people that you see, the number you see represented is not the people that been here the whole time we've been live. People come back and forth. So listen, guys, I'm about to get off. I love my mods and my real supporters. I love y'all. And I will be back on tomorrow. I kept my word and I said I was going to come on. The live show, like I said, will not go on if I don't get my likes to 200. I got to stick to my guns because if I stand on anything, I'll fall. Well, how's that saying go, guy? If you fall for anything, what is it? You got to stand on something or fall for anything. That's what I'm saying to you. That, and I'm not going out like that. No more. I'm holding my word. Yesterday, I stayed on here for 2 hours and some change. And I also kept my word and did the live show. But I'm not staying on here for 2 hours today just because y'all don't want to listen. And I'm talking to you know who I'm talking to. The ones that are getting offended are the ones I'm talking to. I know who my supporters are. I know they look out for me. He should be embarrassed. Let me read some of these comments before I leave. But yeah, I'm going to end up getting off anyways. It's, let me see. You said I just was the 108, just figured it out. Okay, so you see what I'm saying? The wig and body, thank you for being honest. She been in here the whole time we started the live, and she just said she just hit the like button. So don't talk about doing math and all that other stuff. Because people be in here and you got to remind people, or you have to remind them. For some of the people that claim they don't know where to hit the like button at, like the wig and body. She said, I just was the 108 that figured it out. See, and I'm you've been in here the whole time. Thank you for being honest, the wig and the body, because a lot of people wouldn't be as honest as you are, because you've been in this live for almost the whole hour. And you just now are hitting the like button. So it's not about math. Hey, all right, let me see. Hey, cutie pie. Hey, how you doing, sweetie? Happy Friday. Thank you, that wig and body lady. Thank you so much, sweetie. It's too confusing with him. Yeah, it's a lot of confusion with him. Happy Friday, fried chicken and fries. So listen, I'm about to get off. I'm sorry, guys. I will be back on, but I'm not going to take another hour of my day to wait for these people to run them up. So I got to keep my word to myself that I'm going to get off if the numbers are not at a certain point to start the live show. So I'll be back on tomorrow. Love y'all. Stay blessed. And I'm out. Bye for now. Mwah. You listen, you still got a show, because this ain't every day I'm going in on anybody. This is probably one of my flip my wig. You know what I'm saying? Flip my lid and went ham on a couple of folks, especially some of the Bush people that came out today. It ain't every day you get me having a little meltdown. So you did get a show, but it wasn't the live show. Not what I wanted to show you guys. But anyways, love y'all. Stay blessed and I'm out. Bye for now. Mwah.